So look, there's a crisis, of course, in Ukraine with regards to mental health. They need psychological support, as they call it here. There's a crisis in the United States too, and basically the demand of a society has outstripped the supply of people who can address it in the typical way, which is, oh, you go to see a psychologist, and that doesn't work anymore in the United States, and it certainly doesn't work in Ukraine as a sole solution. So just let me give you some scope here, or metrics. In the United States, we have 46 psychologists and psychiatrists per 100,000 people. And it's been widely stated that that's not enough. And even in the United States, 1/3 of all of the counties in the United States of America, wealthy place, 1/3 of the counties don't even have one licensed psychologist. So we got ourselves our own crisis there. When I get up on stage, like at the American Baseball Coaches Association, I spoke in January. I tell people, like, if you think that your institution is going to solve this problem for you, Mr. and Mrs. Coaches out there, think again. They don't have the resources either, and they know they don't. So it's up to, let's stick with Ukraine for a moment here. The number in Ukraine is 1 per 100,000 people, and there's a war going on. So there's no way in the world that traditional methods of addressing emotional and psychological needs is going to be met. And so what we need to have is what's been stated. I live in Virginia, so the head of clinical psychology in the University of Virginia says that the future of mental health care is people like me. These are unlicensed people learning high efficacy, fancy word for it works, techniques, and they can go out into the communities and deliver it wherever. It could be at the drugstore, at the barbershop, at the church, and at the ball fields, which is where I go. And here in Ukraine, same thing.